Next up, we have Kenton Varda, who is the lead developer at Sandstorm.
Hi, my name is Kenton. I work on an open source project called Sandstorm. Sandstorm is a radically easier way to run personal instances of web apps. So it allows you to have your own personal server and install apps to it through like an app store interface as easily as you would install apps on, say, a phone. So what we're looking at here is my personal local Sandstorm server. I have a bunch of apps installed. Etherpad is a document editor. Mailpile is an email app. Ghost is a blogging app. Here I've used it to create a blog for my cat. But what I want to show you today is how to take a Meteor app and port it to Sandstorm. So this is going to be my demo app. This is a game called The Game of Why that was written by some Meteor community members named Fred and Harsha. And basically, this is running off their website. It's a board game, but it has a problem right now, which is that there's only one instance of the board. Everyone who goes to this site you can only play one game at a time. You can't have private games. And they could spend a bunch of time implementing all that, but what would be cooler is if everyone who wants to play could install this game on their own server, on their Sandstorm server, and have private games that way. So what I have here, I have the Y source code, and I'm going to go ahead and port it. So the first thing I need to do is say mrt add accounts Sandstorm. So Sandstorm has a unified login system that sits in front of all the apps, and we want to integrate that. So I've created a package for that. Apps on Sandstorm should only use this accounts package, not any of the other standard ones. Next, we need to use a tool, Meteor SPK, which you can download from us. And we're going to use it to create a new Sandstorm package definition file. And I'm going to open that up in a text editor here. And I'm going to edit one thing, which is the default action title here, where it says new example app instance. We're going to call this new Y game. Next up, Meteor SPK again. Dev is the command. This connects to the local Sandstorm server and makes the app available on it so I can test it. It'll just take a moment while it's bundling the Meteor app there. 3, 2, 1, there it goes. So now we have Y here. I can create a new Y game, and this is actually spinning up a whole new Meteor server in a container. And so, yeah, you can see it has my username correctly there. I can make moves. And I could send this URL to a friend, and they could play with me. I can also create multiple games. So the next thing I want to do is, of course, create a package. So I go pack y.spk. So that, it takes a while, actually, but what it's going to do is it's going to create a file that I can send to a friend, and then they can go to their Sandstorm server and go to upload an app and just upload that file in order to install it. So you can install arbitrary software to your server. It doesn't have to come from the App Store. And that's about all I had to show. If you want to try out Sandstorm, go to demo.sandstorm.io. We actually have Game of Y already in the app list, so you can try it right there. We are currently running a funding campaign on Indiegogo, igg.me/@/Sandstorm. Check that out, please. Thank you. Any questions?
Questions for Kenton? Question back here.
When I deploy a server, or when I deploy an app, does it stay active? Will it continue to run?
Question is, will the app continue to run once you deploy it? And the answer is no. Once you close the tab, it is aggressively shut down in order to save resources.
Any other questions for Kenton?
What platforms do you guys currently support?
The question is, what platforms do we currently support? It's a native code sandbox, so anything that runs on Linux, any tech stack, can work on this. We only have the super easy tool for Meteor right now, but it's not that hard to port other things as well, as long as they run on Linux.
All right. We have a question from Yuri on Twitter. Is Sandstorm made with Meteor, and is it open source?
Yes, the front end here is a Meteor app. The back end is a bunch of C++ code that launches containers and such. And it is all open source. It's on GitHub. You can find the link from sandstorm.io.
All right, thank you so much, Kenton.
Thank you.